It's Amber and Joe LaRocca here at the NRF Big Show at D&D Daily live event. Now, talk about retail powerhouses. We actually have a special guest, Joe.
Well, we have Dan Doyle, who's the Senior Vice President and Chief Human Resource Officer with Beall's Inc., based in Bradenton, Florida. Dan, thanks for being here.
Joe, it's great to be here.
And so, Dan, you're a senior level person in the retail industry. You've been a huge mentor to me in my career for a number of years now. And I'm really interested to know, what do you have your eye on here at the Big Show in New York City?
Well, Joe, thanks for asking. I couldn't wait to get to the Big Show this year because you may not know this, but back in the movie Back to the Future, 2015 was the future. So we're actually living the future right now. So I'm looking for anything at the show that's going to help me manage my workforce, bring in new talent into the company, because, you know, 1 in 4 workers these days in the United States work in retail. We are one of the largest industries out there. 20% of GDP is the retail world. So anything I can do to help bring new talent into the company, manage the workforce, are things that I'm going to be interested in.
So for the lighter side of the news, since we have you in the hot seat, because I think we should start that again, don't you think? The hot seat of
Sounds good to
the wildly inappropriate personal questions. Just kidding, but no one clicked the X when I said that. But I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can't wait for this, Amber.
Okay, so I've got a little trivia question for you. University of Wisconsin, your alma mater?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you...
Go Badgers.
Oh, I was just going to ask you that. We're doing this whole mascot trivia thing for people's alma mater. Don't give the retailers a heads up, though, y'all. Don't do it, because we're going to get them on camera. We're going to talk to them about their mascots, and if they don't know, they're in trouble. So you preempted it with the, it's a badger?
Bucky Badger is one of the best mascots out there. I mean, come on.
What, is a badger mean, really? Like, what's a badger look like mean,
Absolutely
Joe?
mean.
You've met your match, Amber.
Yeah,
I've met my match with the mean badger.
That's
Seriously, though, I think everyone is fascinated with your career in retail, because you made the jump, right, from loss prevention
to the dark side.
Ooh,
right?
I didn't say that, HR people, not me.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. I mean, that transition from LP to HR, is it because people are a passion of yours, or what's that like?
Sure, people is a passion for me. I've always been a student of human behavior, but you know, we're all in the people business. We're all in supporting the final product that we do as retailers, and people is what makes it happen. And you know, being able to bring in new talent to the company and find those people that we know that are going to be our future leaders is fun every day, and I love doing it. So not that I didn't love loss prevention, but this piece of the business really makes you a sense of accomplishment out there that you're building the future of your company.
So we probably have thousands of LP people watching us at this point, wouldn't you say?
That's right. Live audience.
So if you could give, from an HR perspective, your one must-have best practice to an LP folk about, hey, look, this is how you work well with HR. Since you're on both sides, what would it be?
You just always do the right thing. That's it. I mean, just do the right thing. If it can stand inspection and you know you're doing the right thing, you're never going to get in trouble.
And you've been a mentor to this guy over here?
I think it's probably the other way around.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
Joe
not so
and I
sure
have been
about
great
that.
partners
Yeah.
for years.
So a little history
the
on
dirt.
Dan, right? So here's some dirt on Dan. So Dan was the chair of the Loss Prevention Advisory Council for the National Retail Federation. He's a silver plaque winner several years ago. He was recognized at the Loss Prevention Conference this June in Fort Lauderdale for his overall work within the industry and representation of the loss prevention business. And beyond that, Dan has put together many of the programs while he was on the council that you see today. I can tell you, when I was with the NRF, things like the Organized Retail Crime Program, the Returns Fraud Survey, the Active Shooter Program, and a number of other initiatives, including most of the awards program that you see today, was either led by Dan. Dan was an integral part of the program, and we got a lot of opportunities to work together. So Dan, now I'm going to put you on the spot. What was your favorite time on the advisory council? Your favorite program or project at the NRF?
Oh, my favorite time on the council is always what happens after the meetings at nighttime when everybody gets together, because that's when the real work gets done.
Over a few cocktails, or how does that work?
None of it is a one-man show. It's always a team effort, and all of those things that you mentioned, there were lots of hands making that, you included. So, it's always a team effort, and the camaraderie, the people, has always been the best part of it. That's the most fun. When you get back home, you can look back and literally laugh about all the good times you had, and that's what it's all about. That's what makes it fun.
And I know you are not talking about Denny's in downtown Los Angeles.
No, I certainly wouldn't be talking about Denny's.
No, you're not.
Is that a private joke? I think we should actually explore that.
Anything that happens after midnight, you don't have
At
to
a
talk
Denny's?
about, right?
Totally off the grid. Okay. So, Dan, I think Amber had some other questions for you.
Yeah, they're totally random, though.
Okay.
Which I
that's
think we
good.
could
I
do.
We love random questions.
Random powerhouse retail. We're going to be talking about cheeseheads and badgers. But I mean, so what about your recent fanhood with?
College football? Yeah, I am the proud dad of a Duke football player, and they had a great season this year. We went to a bowl game out in El Paso, so my son's a freshman. Didn't play much this year, but looking forward to the next 2 or 3 years.
What position does he play?
He's a defensive end.
So this is going to be a softball. What about the Duke mascot? That's easy. That's easy.
The Blue Devil. Come on.
There you
That
go.
is easy.
Good,
Yeah.
good dad.
Yeah.
Good man.
Boy, if I didn't know that, I'd have been in big trouble,
Yeah,
Amber.
that's true. So we have so much to cover today. It's action-packed, and we even have retailers unscripted in these U-tips, right? I mean, have you heard about this thing?
No, I haven't.
It's actually quite awesome. Another brainchild of the D&D, and we're getting the that's a little teaser because we're getting the wrap it up sign.
That's right.
You want to throw it over to Gus?
Okay, so Dan, I want to thank you for being here and spending a little time with us. Thank you for all of your leadership within the industry. Enjoy the rest of the show, and hopefully we get a chance to see you a little later.